Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Albion. Let's go ahead and talk to Raynor, now that we've sorted through the room and yoinked everything that exists here worth yoinking. And probably things that aren't worth yoinking. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Yes, Driscoll, what is it? Can you tell me a little bit about your past, Hofstad? Yes, I'm sure it can't help if we get to know each other a little better. I don't know why we didn't do this in the month you've been awake. Well, I never knew my father. My mother was a self-taught programmer in Germany. She worked for the same Euro-Japanese multinational corporation which built the Toronto. I grew up in the sheltered world of the company kindergarten and schools. It gave me the opportunity to obtain a first-class education. In spite of, or rather because of this company-influenced education, I broke out of the company culture and spent my idealistic years in several environmental organizations. I later entered government service because I saw it as the only possibility to practice xenobiology on site without having to work for a multinational corporation. Could you please summarize your knowledge of Iskai biology? The Iskai, fascinating beings. Let's begin with the similarities to us humans. They are warm-blooded mammals, built much like humans, although they are taller and thinner than we are. Naturally, there are more differences than similarities. In general, they are not as strong as human beings, but they are very fast. They appear to have developed from predators, but they eat both meat and plants. The Iskai have a prehensile tail, which they use so cleverly that it is almost like a third hand. Their life expectancy is less than ours. It amounts to about 30 or 40 years. Their body is covered with a very short but thick fur, and many of them have belts of longer fur over the breast and hip area. There are many color variations of the fur and the long hair on their head. There are pieces of horn on the head and on the main joints, as well as on the fingers and feet where they act as claws. The sensory organs of the Iskai are outstanding. Their sense of smell is better than that of humans. The high range of their voices indicates that their hearing spectrum is shifted up above ours. I've gathered that the female Iskai apparently are only fertile for a short time of the year. As far as the differences in social behavior are concerned, we are both learning from our discussions with the Iskai that there are astounding parallels as well as great differences. I wonder how likely it really is for a sapient species with a settled civilization, to actually be only fertile for a short time of the year. You don't need to be when you're settled. So, just interesting thought. What can you tell me about the Toronto? We have to find out where the Toronto landed. No, we have to find out where the Toronto landed and then try to get there. Okay, thank you for the conversation. See you, Tom. I'm just gonna stare right at the back of your head. Hope you don't mind.
Tom, what are you doing up? Haven't I told you to save your strength? Now, it's not my fault if you collapse. I'll tell Sebali Rin that you seem to have regained your strength.
Phew, I thought that would be worse. Hasn't she told us about the Sabai whatever before? Yes, I think he is the head of the family. He must be very old if I understand her correctly. Well, that doesn't mean much compared to us. The Iskai apparently only get to be about 30 or 40 years old. No wonder they're so frantic. They always seem to be running a top speed. Just look at Giria now. I wanted to thank her for her care to calm her down, but she's already disappeared. Never mind. Let's take a look around the house. Incidentally, I'm re-recording this very small section just because I got an error right here and it said, like, not valid number or something like that. It's an interesting thing for Raynor to say. Hello. Don't stop sitting. The Iskai child looks with big eyes at the people in front of him. The sight has apparently left him dumbfounded. Oh, alright. Wonder if our character screen will be updated with... Yeah, Iskai. Neat. What exactly is that? A water barrier. Okay. A large cabinet. Can we... Nope. Nope. I've already seen parts of the house. The architecture is fantastic. Almost everything appears to consist of plants. Heaven knows how they do it. And there's water almost everywhere. People here bathe often, and apparently they have no nudity taboo. I wonder with this heat. Oh, I mean, I guess maybe their fur protects them from any kind of sunburn. Let's go ahead and take that with Raynor. A large clay mug. I'm not sure that is a mug game. Large clay mug. Alright. Oh, hello. I see goodies. A fur brush that I cannot take. I'll take the hand towel. I'll take the aromatic oil. And we cannot interact with this thing. I've already figured out what this is. Believe it or not, it's a kind of plant toilet. Oh, hello.
Sorry, Ma. Excuse me, I can only talk for a short time. I must prepare for the next hunt.
Okay. It's interesting. I mean, I guess it's fertilizer, right? The musty odor of the holes in the object lead to the conclusion that this is a kind of toilet. This furniture is also made from plants and thrives vigorously because of its regular fertilization. No member of the group is particularly eager to put their hand there. Aww. But there might be goodies down there. Raynor, go put your hand in there. Oh, nothing in that little cubby hole.
Tom and Raynor, I have just come from the Sabai. He wishes to speak with you. Would you please follow me?
Of course, we'll be glad to talk to him. Now we'll hopefully learn the reason why we were saved. I mean, maybe they are just nice people? Don't be ungrateful, Driscoll. But we probably should not talk with each other in our own language in the presence of this Sabai. It would probably be considered impolite.
Tom and Raynor, the chief of the clan of the South Wind Hunters, Sabai Li Rin. I will leave you alone now.
Thanks. He looks very small, actually.
Sorry, Ma, Tom and Rainier. I'm glad to see, Tom, that you have recovered from your severe wounds.
Sorry, Ma, Sabai Li Rin. You and your clan have saved our lives, and we'd like to thank you for it.
The Southwind clan is famous for its hospitality. We're glad to have helped you.
Is there any way we can show our appreciation for your generosity? Aside from your generosity, did you have any special reason for saving us? Yeah, we'll go with this nicer option.
I am pleased about that, Tom and Rainier. In fact, I would like to make a request of you. I don't know with what magic your metal boat moves through the air, but it seems to be completely destroyed now. The rest of the metal was recovered because it is of inestimable value for us. Now, there is a disagreement about whom the remains belong to. Since I have the impression that your vehicle is no longer of use to you, it would be very helpful to the clan if you could sign the metal over to us. I am sure such a declaration would be accepted by the other interested parties. Tom, you seem to be the leader. What do you think?
I'm afraid we must reject your unusual request. We need money for the rest of our journey. Of course, we agree, Sabai Li Rin. It's the least we can do for your assistance. I mean, good luck working the metal.
I'm the one who has to thank you. You are helping the Southwind clan during a time of scarce funds. Please, place your name and your mark on this document, Tom.
What do you mean by mark?
Oh, excuse me, how dumb of me. Giria already told me that humans have no scent glands. That is how we normally sign contracts. But in this case, just your signature will probably suffice. Here, please, Tom.
I mean, I could rub it against my armpit. It might count. Tom places his name on a document made of thick paper-like material.
Thank you very much for your signature. It relieves me of some problems. I can talk more after this matter has been taken care of. Is there anything further you would like to know?
What do you know about Saren? Pardon me, Sabai Li Rin, but Giria told me about your old age, and you seem to be quite young.
Can it be that no one has explained to you about our holiest ritual? Well, I am actually over 50 years old, an age that no sky can reach. I transferred my spirit to the body of a newborn, in this case my own son. The Sabai ritual is the most powerful magical act which we are capable of. It can be performed by anyone, however slight his magical talent.
What about the spirit of your newborn son?
You must know that the tree of a newborn has very special abilities during the first week. If an adult touches a newborn's tree against his, he can transfer his entire self into the spirit of the child. He or she can begin life anew. The body of the adult dies at the time of the ceremony. Naturally, it is forbidden to perform the ritual without the council circle's approval. Besides the abduction of a newborn, this is the worst crime there is. According to our laws, the criminal and his entire family are punished by death. Only a few special people, the chosen, can undergo the ritual. Further, the ritual cannot be carried out without the newborn mother's consent. Usually it is the partner or sister of the chosen one. If the ritual is performed, the chosen one receives the title of Sabai, followed by a number which indicates how often he or she has been through the ritual. Therefore, my title Sabai Lee means that I have gone through the ritual for the first time.
My God, Driscoll, that is absolutely unbelievable. Fantastic. Think of... I know, however, try to remain courteous and speak as Sky. What's your profession?
As you should know, I am the chief of the Hunters clan of the South Wind.
What do you know about Saren? What can you tell me about the Chosen?
It is very difficult to achieve the status of Chosen, a person authorized for the Sabai ritual, and ultimately it always depends upon the votes of the respective council circle. There are different possibilities for granting the honor of the ritual. For example, if someone has distinguished himself by particular courage or self-sacrifice. If he or she dies, a brother or sister may be made Sabai in honor of this person. Quite often, it also happens that someone who has reached high rank of the Sterik is chosen. Generally, people with unique talents and knowledge are considered if they have used the knowledge for the benefit of many.
What do you know about the clan?
The Hunters clan of the South Wind is one of the oldest in Giranar. The best hunters of the city have come from our ranks for hundreds of years. You must know in our city wild game is preferred to the cattle breeders' meat.
Tell me about council.
The Council of Giranar is the government of all Nikiridani. It meets in the council building in the middle of the city. Every 4 years, the Sabai of the Nikiridani clans sit in the council and choose the Sebana.
Sabina? Sabina? I'll go with Sabina.
The chief of the council from among them. The Sabina governs our people, but he needs the council's agreement in important matters. The council forms the so-called council circles, that is, groups of people who are directed by at least one council member to take care of specific tasks. For example, the Sabai selection, conflicts, or family matters such as divorces.
What about herds?
There are 2 smaller clans who live by the cattle breeding. Their herds are mostly near the city.
Alright. What about Giranar?
Giranar is the greatest city of our people. It has a long history, and its harbor makes it the trading center of Nikiridani.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely getting a lot of things to talk about. What can you tell me about the history of your people?
In the council building, you will find Sabai Friel, who is noted as a great history teacher. He can surely tell you more about the past than I can.
Alright. And marriage?
When the partners have decided to spend their lives together, they hold a great celebration during which they are joined forever. The marriage can only be officially dissolved by the corresponding council circle. Normally, the couple are joined for the rest of their lives, and they try to set up their own household. In this case, they are often supported by their secondary partners, who give them an opportunity to break away from the parents' house if they would like to do so.
Secondary partners? Is that going to be an option? It is. Let's ask about that.
The sisters of the bride and the brothers of the groom are considered to be secondary partners of a married couple. At times they share the house and, if they so desire, also the bed. However, during the time of fertility, it is the greatest taboo to sleep with the secondary partner.
Alright. Let's ask more about themselves. Nikiridani.
Nikiridani is the name of the country where you now stand. It It is a large island famous for its jungle and its diverse plants and animals.
So not all of the world is as lush as this? What do you know about the Sabai? let's ask you about what you are.
The Sabai ritual is the most powerful magical act which we are capable of. It can be performed by...
let's see. I think we've basically gotten all of that already. Alright. Sabina?
The Sabina, as the chief of the council, has great influence. In times of crisis, the council may even grant the Sabina special powers, and the Sabina becomes a lord over life and death on the Kiradani during that time. However, normally the Sabina works in collaboration with the council. He has 2 votes on the council and has a decisive vote in ties.
I did not actually want to ask you about these things, but sure, let's ask about that. No, alright. I misclicked. Tree? There might be like a kind of a trill there or something, I don't know, but I can't do that.
The tree, which each of us bears on our forehead, is a very special organ. It is seen as the center of the spirit. Injuries to the tree can lead to personality disorders, memory loss, and even death. If 2 people place their trees against each other, they can feel each other's emotions, and especially gifted individuals can read the other person's thoughts.
I'd imagine that you'd have, like, a lot of helmets with extra protection there, then. Styrik?
The Styrik are responsible for upholding the law. They prosecute criminals and try to bring a little order to our lives. A Styrik member is required to have a great deal of discipline, a property which we hold in the high regard. However, as is often the case with ideals, in any case, many recruits don't last long with the Styrik.
Okay. Siblings.
Great value is placed in the sibling relationship in our families. For example, as someone reaches maturity, he has responsibility and decision-making power over the younger siblings, even more than the parents.
Okay, maturity.
Maturity is reached at 10 years old and then you are free from your elders' rules.
What can you tell me about magic?
The art that cannot be performed with the hand, and only few can perform with their head. Only a few have the talent to change things or create things out of nothing with the force of their spirit and the blessing of the goddess. There are 2 guilds that deal with magic, the formers, or G-Fod, and the G-Kas.
What can you tell me about the G-Fod?
The G-Fod, or formers, are one of the oldest guilds in Jiranar. They consider themselves to be builders primarily, and with their magic they can alter plants and convert them into permanent structures. The G-Fod guild house is located in the northwestern corner of Jiranar. It has continued to grow since the incident with Argrim a long time ago.
Oh, we're going to get Argrim in there? Yes, we are. Tell me about the G-Kas.
You must know that G-Kas is the name of the Magicians Guild of Jiranar. You will find them in the southwestern part of the city. Numerous experiments are performed with the magical talents of our people there. The G-Kas magic is an art...
Is a art, huh?
With many facets. It heals, creates, and destroys.
I mean, that's only 3 facets. What can you tell me about the guilds?
A G-Guild is the organization of a specific profession. And there are many of them. The G-Fod Former Guild, the Magicians, the Merchants, and the Hunter Guild.
Okay. Can you tell me anything about the goddess?
Most of us believe that after death we will return back to where we came from, the great consciousness which is formed by all of our ancestors, and is often called the goddess. They say that the more exemplary one's life is, the more one will remain oneself when one is incorporated into the goddess.
Sounds interesting. Fertility?
The women are fertile only 3 months out of the year. This is the time of the Fadim, and the celebration begins with a great feast. During this time, taboos are in force for married couples and their secondary partners.
Alright. What about Argin? Keep putting an extra R in there, apparently.
Argim was the chief of the G-Fod almost 150 years ago, and his life has become one of our legends. At that time, the guild house of the G-Fod was outside the city. It was a magnificent building. Argim had a great talent in his field, but he had a fickle nature. This was the reason his greatest goal was rejected, to become one of the chosen. When he learned about the rejection, he went completely out of control. He swore he would achieve immortality in spite of everything. In an irresponsible display of his power, he destroyed the entire building and converted it into a strange place, which everyone now avoids. They say that he stamped his spirit on that place.
Well, I might want to visit that then. That sounds like an awesome adventuring location.
You could purchase weapons and armament in the northeastern quarter of the city. In the harbor area to the southeast, there is a large shop for all kinds of useful items, and also a provisions merchant.
Okay. Anything else? Nope. Let's just go with buy to clear it out. Alright, it's been nice talking to you.
Before I forget, my friends, here is a key. It opens the doors to the Hunter clan, and, among other things, leads to our supply cellar. Whatever you need belongs to you. Also, the remnants of your airship are stored there. Of course, you are welcome at any time. Feel free to look around and come again whenever you want. And don't be afraid to get to know the city. Almost everyone has heard about your spectacular arrival. And now, the most important thing. The Sabina would like to speak with you. Please visit her in the council building. It is located in the middle of the city. The entrance is on the south side.
Alright. We'll definitely do so.
Sorry, Ma. I hope you enjoyed the hospitality of the Southwind clan and feel welcome with us.
I do. I want to take a look at a short pencil. And take that. Let's go ahead and move over to Raynor. And a Ascari ring book. Let's go ahead and take that. A short pencil. I wonder if they actually have graphite in those. A piece of paper. And a Ascari ring pad. Let's go ahead and take that. A large cabinet that I cannot manipulate. Alright. No, I want to talk to. This is Giria, who took care of Tom's and Raynor's injuries.
Sorry, Ma. I'm happy that we succeeded in healing you, Tom. When you first came into our house, I wondered if you would make it, but your race appears to be quite resilient.
Giria, great to see you. We would like to thank you for everything that you did for us. Ah, Giria. Can't believe how happy we are to have escaped your tyranny in the hospital room. Wow. I don't know what her sense of humor is like, so let's not do that one.
It was an honor for me, Tom. It was an honor for me. After all, the scratched and bitten hunters treating you was an interesting change.
What do you know about hunters?
Our clan earns its living mainly by hunting. There are animal breeders in Jiranar, but most people prefer game. The more honorably an animal was hunted, the greater the profit. Sometimes we even conduct hunts without weapons to initiate the young hunters. You can imagine that I have a lot to do with them.
What is your profession?
Well, if I'm not trying to heal badly wounded humans, I take care of the wounded hunters of our clan.
Do you get a lot of badly wounded humans? Healing.
Mainly, I just take care of our hunters' minor wounds. For healing serious injuries, we bring the healers of the Jikas here, or go to their house. The Jikas also sell medicine.
Medicine?
The Jikas produce a beverage which strengthens injured bodies and accelerates healing. I think I would give you a little. The bottles are not cheap, but we can certainly spare one.
Giria gives Tom a small bottle with a turquoise-colored liquid in it. Thank you. What do you know about, Jikas?
You must know that Jikas is the name of the Magicians Guild in Jiranar. You will find them in the southwestern part of the city. Numerous experiments are performed with the magical talents of our people there. The Jikas magic is an art with many facets.
And only then did I realize that I'd already read that. Magic. Okay, we have already gotten that information. Jiranar.
Jiranar is the greatest city of our people. It has a long history, and its harbor makes it the trading center of Nakiridani.
Okay. I think we're getting a lot of the same stuff. But we'll go ahead and go through it. Yeah, this is all the same. All right, let's just go with clan.
Most families belong to a larger association, the clans. A clan arises over the course of many years through relationships, the loyalty of several families, or sometimes even because of economic reasons. Many clans have specialized in a specific profession, be it hunting, handicrafts, or whatever. The Sabai of the most influential families are the chiefs of a clan, and some of them are sent as representatives to the Council of Jiranar.
Okay. Is that going to be the same? Yes, it is. Alright, let's just go through that. Alright, it's been nice talking to you.
Farewell.
Alright, so we also got a turquoise healing potion. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and give some stuff over to Raynor there. A short pencil. Soy sauce, pepper, and salt. A bucket. Wonder if that'll stack. It does. Good. Document. Hey, we can read them. Let's go ahead and do that. The text is not interesting. Aww. The text is not interesting. The text is not interesting. Well, shucks. That is disappointing. Okay. Not much, I mean, they're containers, but they don't appear to have anything inside of them. Can I put things inside of them? No. At least not those. Alright, if we go to combat positions, let's just shift you guys both up to the front. We're both pretty weak at this point, so I'm not too worried. We haven't had any combat yet, anyway. These Iskai are a xenobiologist's dream. One moment their similarity to humans beings is frightening, and then the next they are so alien. Just imagine the consequence of this Sabai ritual. Despite their short lifespan, the Iskai have quasi-immortality. What has also amazed me is that this world, so rich in raw materials, values the metal from our shuttle so much. That is interesting. Pardon me for my enthusiasm, but look at the giant object over there. It's a kind of pump that functions without any mechanical parts. I believe the people who live here are very proud of their fountain. It is a nice fountain. I can't actually look at it, though. It is also kind of loud. We've got a drinking cup. This bottle contains an aromatic liquid. A specialty meat. I like specialty meats. This guy cutlery. Specialty meat like prosciutto and such. So tasty. A kitchen knife. Let's go ahead and take that. Hello.
Sorry, Ma, you're no bigger than I am.
I mean, I'm kind of bigger than you are, I think. A bowl. I'll definitely take that. I'm gonna need to go visit a shop soon. Hello? Kryn.
Sorry, Ma, guests of the house.
What's your profession?
My name is Kryn. I am the Stree of the hunt in the Southwind clan. I'm responsible for training the young hunters.
What do you know about training?
Because of my extensive experience, I can teach the young hunters everything they need, including hunting for predators such as crondeers and warniaks.
Can you tell me anything about those? What about the warniak?
The warniak is a giant winged vertebrate. It has a frightfully poisonous stinger on its rear end. Its poison can cripple or drive the wounded person insane. Nevertheless, Warniaks are hunted a lot because their bodies contain a spherical mineral supply used for healing medicine. The traders pay high prices for Warniak spheres.
Alright, something to keep in mind. Krondir?
A Krondir is a giant predator that usually runs on two legs. It is very strong and a frightful opponent. Fortunately, for the most part, Krondirs are solitary animals. Their meat is almost inedible and mostly used as bait for other predators. However, the Krondir has a structure similar to a tree on the horn of its forehead, which is a very cherished ornament. You can get a good price for it.
It seems not very, sound. Stree?
For the most part, this word is used with names. It means that the person is a master of his subject.
Okay, hunt?
Most of our clan members are always hunting for wild animals such as Krondirs or Warniaks. I haven't participated in a hunt for 3 years. I'm too old for that. I've already reached my 38th year, you know. Recently, the clan offered to propose me to the council for the Sabai ritual. I was greatly honored, but I declined.
You would decline the ritual, Kryn? May we ask why?
That is a matter of my personal beliefs. In general, it is assumed that a newborn does not have its own personality. Nevertheless, to me, it would seem as if I were extinguishing a life. Apart from that, I've had a full life and do not fear its end.
Well, that's rather admirable. Alright, I'm pretty sure we've already talked about all of that, and it's going to be the same. So, it has been nice talking with you.
Farewell.
And so we have a way down. Can we interact with that? No, we cannot. A large clay mug. Alright, let's look around the upper level a little bit more, see if we can see anyone else who might have a unique sprite that we can talk to, although I'm not going to talk to them yet, because it is about time to end the episode. I'd rather look to see if there are more items to get. Just smell those aromas, Driscoll. This must be the kitchen. This is where that hellishly hot stuff they feed us came from. I love spicy food. Can't say it hurt us. You didn't spend weeks with a bucket. Let's change the subject. Oh my. Well, let's actually switch over to you. This guy, cutlery. Let's go take it. Take it. Take that. I'm not even sure what that is. Can't take that. Fruits. Do you have any fruit to declare? A chest that I cannot interact with. A plate. I mean, they apparently have no taboos against stealing, so... A pot. Oh, buckets. Let's just overload Rainer. Why not, right? Oh, can't get that. Go ahead and open this room up. Take that. Alright, okay. Nothing in these chests. Are these chests? They are. Alright, rope. This guy, leather cap. This character has the wrong class for this item. Oh. This guy, stiletto. And this guy, dagger. It can be used, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Tom has no space left. Alright, I'm going to have to come back for some of these things. Let's take the gold. Go and give that to you. A container. Can't interact with that chest. What is this? This is a fairly large kettle. Perhaps it can store supplies, water, or food. Okay, nothing with that one. We can open this one. 12 meats. So 36. You have 32. And just take 7, give them to you. Alright, 3 torches. We'll definitely take that. He has no space left, even though he can stack these. Yeah, there we go. Small axe. Damage 5. This guy knife with 1 damage and a double stab. 6 damage. That sounds pretty good. But we're gonna have to figure out some of our inventory stuff. Probably I will leave things that do not stack. The kitchen knife also does 4 damage, so that's pretty nice. Can we do anything with the fruit? Doesn't look like it. So I'll probably leave a few things in a chest here and think about what we want to do for future grabbing of items. But that will all be in the future. See you next time, everyone.